The following audio may contain the personal testimonials of some independent OPTAVIA coaches or clients of OPTAVIA. The results relayed in these messages are based on the unique experiences of the participants, and we cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. While you may be inspired by these accounts, please note that any stories of success have not been verified, and your individual path to healthy living and weight loss will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you consult with a healthcare provider before starting a weight loss program. In addition, this audio may contain income or earnings representations of some independent OPTAVIA coaches. OPTAVIA makes no guarantee of financial success. Success with OPTAVIA results from successful sales efforts, which requires hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. Please see the OPTAVIA income disclosure statement for statistics on actual earnings of coaches under the U.S. compensation plan, which differs from the international compensation plan. Yours in health, the OPTAVIA team.
Welcome everyone and Happy New Year. I'm Amber Smithson, Certified OPTAVIA Coach, and we are so excited for today's Habits of Health, and we have some special guests on here. We have David Bush and Dr. Scott Andersen. So I want you guys to be listening very carefully and get so excited for 2020 because it's going to be the best year yet if you're willing to put in the work. So this Habits of Health, this is for clients of OPTAVIA, this is for coaches, health professionals, or even people who are just checking us out to see what OPTAVIA is all about. So I am going to throw it over to David Bush, Certified OPTAVIA Coach. David, are you there?
Yeah. Hi, Amber. Thanks so much for having me. I'm super excited to get on this call today with you and Dr. A and talk about this upcoming year. We're on for an extraordinary year. And for those people that are watching today, we're excited that you're here because you're going to get a chance to get the first look at what we're about to embark on, which is a journey to create health and well-being in our lives. And we have the author of the Transformational System, the Habits of Health System, Dr. Scott Andersen, with us today. And Dr. Ray, we just would love for you to share with our viewers today a little bit about the transformation system that you created and what is possible in a person's life as they get this new fresh start to 2020 in the next few weeks or months or even the year.
Yeah, well, thank you, David and Amber. It's great to be on tonight with you guys. And, as the new year approaches very rapidly here and we're kind of right at it, I'm out skiing right now with my girls up in Vail and spending some family time together and out, realizing at my age, I'm out skiing with these 20-year-old girls up and down these powder mountains and double black diamonds. And the only way I could do that is because of what the Habits of Health has done for myself. And so this is not just something that I wrote to tell other people what to do, but it's something that I live, and I know you and Amber both live every day. And it's so important because most people, their intention is good. And this time of year with the new year right around the bend, we say, I'm going to make changes. I'm going to have New Year's resolutions. Yet New Year's resolutions don't work. 99% of people that make New Year's resolutions, within a month, they're off what they resolved to do. And then they're back to their life and they're beating themselves up again. And the reason for that is because basically you take on too much. It's like, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? Well, how do you change your life and transform your habits? One micro habit at a time. And so we spent the last 18 years in the system, the new Habits Health Transformational System is the evolution of what actually works, what's needed and what needs to happen for someone to truly change their health and change their life and change their well-being. And it really comes down to consistency. They need to make the changes every day. And so we've created an incredible app that allows them to track each day. So that every day, and if they don't do, I come on in a video and go, you didn't do it today. So we have some fun with it. And we put people in position where they're reminded and they're accountable. And obviously with our coaches there to help also be there for them, they have a guide and that proper support. But the real key core part, and I know you showed me just before we got on this call, and we'll talk about it. The life book becomes this journey. It's we all have a story. And, in our lives, our story is the thing that we've made up, is because we make up everything. And that story is how we live, how risky it is that we get overweight, why we can't exercise. I've had it in my family. We're just lazy. I mean, it could be a million different things. And most of it just simply isn't true. It's just something you made up and you're sticking to that story. And so what we do with the life book, we say is, 2020 is the year And we're excited for our coaches, and our coaches are excited because as we take this new transformational system, we put our clients in position where now in little baby steps, one healthy habit at a time, we can transform everything. And we know why we're so excited about it, David and Amber, is because we know that when we have a system, we have a coach, we have this incredible community of support, and our amazing fuelings and other products that we're developing, we put people in position to truly make meaningful change, and it is sustainable versus the New Year's with the latest, greatest new thing. Understand this, as you're listening tonight, you're thinking about, gosh, I had a day, I gained some weight, I wasn't as active, I don't really like what I'm doing, I'm thinking I might want to join you guys and help coach others. Well, now with the system, all those things become possible, and they're not difficult. They become something we can all do because we're working together to do it. So that's a long answer to a short question, David, but I've never been more excited because I know now we have in our hands the tool, and with the power of our coaches and our system and our community, we can change everything.
Fantastic. Well, I know that some of the people that are watching today don't have a coach, and so reach out to the person that invited you to watch this video, and they can give you some more information. They can give you the access to Dr. A's app, where you can download this app for free and start experiencing the value of what we often have to offer. They can also send you the first 2 elements of Dr. Andersen's life book, which we will be kicking off on January 8th. It'll be the first element. There's 26 different elements, and we're going to be going through one element every 2 weeks as a group together. All of the videos are going to be recorded, and they're going to be archived in a place that you can go back through and really immerse yourself. And Dr. A, in the preface of the life book, you talk about the story, and you give a well-being evaluation, and you really challenge the reader to really interact with this idea of really clarifying their current reality. And I know that right now there's 3 kinds of people that are watching this video. There's people that are struggling, and then there's people that are striving. Maybe they've had some improvement in their physical health, or they've improved their mental health to some respect, but they want to improve in other areas. And then there's some people that are thriving. Would you just maybe give a small amount of coaching to each one of those people, the one that's struggling, the one that's striving, and the one that's thriving, to let them know what's possible in this next month or year?
Yeah, and that's a nice way of looking at it because, well, the largest group is the ones that are surviving because, unfortunately, the way our society's set up, we're in a survival mode. And the process of creation, including creation of all important things, which is our health and our well-being, is usually on the back burner because we're just trying to get through the day. And so for that group, that large group, we talked about it just a little bit ago about the micro habit, but what we do is we break things down to make them simple enough so you can do it every day. And what we know now is that our habits are like a steel cable they're twined together, and it's almost impossible to break if we try to do it on our own with willpower. But if we take all the components we talk about with OPTAVIA, the coach, basically the habit cell system, using the fuelings, and of course surrounding ourselves in this community of like-minded people, we start to be able to, in small little baby steps, start to move people in the right direction. And what's great about that, the most important thing for someone changing and becoming more of what they want, which is hopefully health and well-being, it really is about self-efficacy. And that word is a powerful word because it means in small steps, we're giving someone the ability to do something they couldn't do before consistently. And what happens as a result, their skills become better and their confidence grows. And those are the 2 key metrics that are necessary for people to now change, start building these new habits of health, and more importantly, make them ingrained so they become sustainable. Because our willpower, it'll fail you. I mean, it's a very limited resource. And so we take that away. Now, is it easy? Is it going to be just a breeze? If I told you that, I would be fully out of integrity. It's never easy to change our behaviors because our behaviors have been there for a long time. But it is possible. And for that group that's not been able to do it before, if you ask yourself, did I try to actually learn the stuff myself and work with someone so that I could do it myself? Or did I go buy something or purchase something or get something outside of myself that told me it was going to make me healthier? And so what we're doing is actually helping you take responsibility and power. We're there right by your side. And our support community is there to help cheer you on, be the drill instructor, whatever you need. You decide that. But the most important part is we're in baby steps starting to help you become more successful. Now, here's the thing. The group that's already doing okay, well, you can be doing okay, but the thing is, there are 6 macro habits. Habits of healthy weight management, habits of healthy eating and hydration, habits of healthy motion, habits of healthy sleeping and energy management, habits of healthy surroundings, and habits of healthy mind. All 6 areas are key for us to sustain with a rapidly changing world and put ourselves in position to continue to become a higher version of ourselves. So even if you've done okay on your own, we can really help you dial it in, and hopefully, hopefully over time you'll start wanting to share with others. And that's what happens to our clients and our patients. They decide, wow, I like this, and it's so much fun, I want to help other people. So that's the second part. The third part, the people that are thriving, that's less than 5%. And even if you are thriving, there's so many things that you can still learn. And by the way, you're blessed to have that happen, but if you don't have a fundamental system behind it, things can change because the world is changing rapidly. So what I love about what we do, anybody that raises their hand that wants better health and well-being, we can help them, even for those that are thriving.
Dr. A, I love that. And, you talked a lot about how OPTAVIA is different, how we can help make transformation very predictable for people. But just to put a nice bow on it, what's the next step for someone listening? Maybe from those 3 groups, like what's the next step that they can take right now after they listen to this podcast?
Yeah, I would do discovery. I would discover, if you're not dialed into who we are and what we do, go check it out. But the person that got you on this video, that person is a coach or a client or someone that knows us and is really proud to be part of what we're doing. Do your discovery. We're not selling anything. We don't sell and tell, we share and care. And you know what? Is this for everybody? I don't know. I can't really say that, but I can say this. I know that what we do helps people, does no harm, brings people into a place where they feel supported. They feel that it's a psychological safety net. It allows people to come into an environment where we're all focused on the same thing. Just like I was saying, skiing today was awesome. And I was sitting there and I was smiling because, there weren't very many guys my age out doing what we were doing today. And why can I do that? I ski better now than I did 20 years ago. Why? Because I basically have taken the time to not just get in shape, but also mentally put myself in an environment where, I feel like I'm getting younger. It's like a fine wine. And so it doesn't matter whether, your past is, you've had surgeries and on medicines or none of that really matters, because bottom line, you can always decide, I want to make an improvement in my life. And the beauty is there's nothing we do. We help you use fuelings, and otherwise it's all just helping you make better choices, learn to control your mind and put your mind where you want. So everything we do is innocuous. I don't care whether you're 20 or you're 90. There's no reason why you can't adapt the habits of health and our system. So for everybody, I would say it's not that this is too good to be true, because I'm not saying that we're going to give you something by itself that you can take a pill or watch a video and suddenly everything's good. But what I am saying is that we spent almost 2 decades focusing on what does work, and what does work is someone deciding, taking responsibility, deciding they'll work with a coach and use the system, use the fuelings and become part of our community. If they're willing to do that, I can tell you, and David, you held up the life book a little earlier. Beginning of the book, as you said, we do an assessment. I think it's really important because, you write down your story, you do the assessment, and the assessment kind of shows you where you are in the key areas of your life. And where you are is a result of the choices, the behaviors, the actions, and the habits that you've been using to this point. And if those show you that you're not where you want to be, we can help you build a new story, one that's based on what are the fundamentals, what are the priorities. We have very little time in our lives, and we need to know what actually creates change. Because, you can read 1,000 books by people in ivory towers, but if they haven't gone out and done this, if they're not skiing, in their late 60s up on a double black diamond and knee-deep powder, basically, and they're telling you, that you could be fine, and they're not actually living it themselves, then basically you should be skeptical, because we're not about telling people anything. We're about saying, hey, we found a way to help people that want to improve their health and their life. And by the way, come, we can help you. And, you know, if you love what it is we do, come join us and help us help others. I mean, that's simply what we are. And that's what separates us. We care. Our hearts are big. We truly care about each other. And we are sick and tired of the dysfunction in the world. And we want to make it a place where people can organize their lives around what matters most for them.
Well, Dr. A, I can tell you that my husband and I have been around OPTAVIA and been coaching others for almost 11 years now. And it has just made the hugest difference for us personally. And I just want to say thank you. And thank you for still being here and bringing more people in, because that's what it's about. It's about not just, okay, oh, my life got better, but who else? Who else can we bring in? Who can we share this with? Who can we say, let's be part of our family? And that's exactly how I've felt over the years, part of the family.
Yeah, no, I love that. And, you know, when I listen to the stories, you know, we were just listening to stories of our leaders that are developing and the improvement and their desire to learn and grow. You know, the bottom line is if we raise our hand, and as long as we're on the track to be open and curious and want to grow, we can change everything in our lives. You know, it really comes down to that. And that's hopefully the environment we've created for so many. And, you know, for all of those of you that are just come through the end of the year, and it's a start of not just a new year, but a new decade. And maybe to this point, your life really isn't on the right trajectory, the one which brings more health and well-being. And we'd love you to check out, you know, you asked that question earlier, and I would say, check it out, you know, see it and sit down with the person that invited you and have them just explore with you how potentially we can help you change your health and change your life.
I love that, Dr. A. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And we just really wanted you guys to hear from Dr. Wayne Scott Andersen himself, and just have some of that excitement that you can feel from him just infused into you, starting off the 2020 year right. Now, before we end, I just want to throw it over to David Bush and to give us a little sneak peek in what we're going to see next week on the Habits of Health.
Yeah, thanks, Amber, and thanks, Dr. A. And I, too, was transformed 11 years ago, almost to the day. December 28, 2008 was when I started my health journey. I'm very grateful for the system you've created, not just the transformational system, but the community and the opportunity to pay it forward, because my life has been forever changed. And that's why I'm so passionate to be able to share these things with you, because I was one of the struggling people. When I came to this program, I was not doing good physically, mentally, or financially. And now I've had a chance to learn how to create health and well-being in my life. And I keep getting better every year. I keep getting better at it. And it's because I'm using the tools. And if you haven't already, subscribed to the podcast channel, the OPTAVIA Habits of Health podcast channel. I would also encourage you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, OPTAVIA's Habits of Health YouTube channel, because you're going to get updates and reminders every time there's a new video posted. There's also other playlists inside this YouTube channel, which has other videos from Dr. A about each of the elements, so you can preview the elements inside of this YouTube channel. I'd also encourage you to share it with friends and family members and encourage them to do it with you, because if you're sharing the journey with somebody, you're going to get a chance to get more out of it. The Life Book and the Habits of Health system, that is something that you can reach out to the person that invited you to watch this video, and they can help you to do a quick health assessment, to evaluate where you are, help you to clarify some goals for 2020, and then help to match you up with a nutrition plan and a focused structural plan to help you to create the results that you desire. Next week on the 8th of January, I get a chance to go through the process of element number 1, which is being clear on why you are here. What we're going to do in this first element is we're really going to focus in on why you want to create health and well-being in your life. And we like to say the bigger the why, the harder the try. If you're trying to do this on willpower alone, you're going to run a dry. You're not going to have the power. You got to develop the skill power to focus on your why. And Dr. Andersen does such a wonderful job in element number 1. And we're actually going to walk through it. It's going to be kind of a workshop where I'm going to be sharing some principles from the Life Book and experiences and stories from real lives that have had experience in clarifying their why and the power they got from it. And then we'll talk a little bit more about your why and put you into some action steps to help you to get clear on why you're here and why you're starting this journey. It'll really fuel 2020 and it'll help you to achieve your goals. So Amber, back to you.
Thanks so much, David, and thanks, Dr. A, for joining us. And we just want to wish you happy holidays and a happy new year, and we will see you in 2020.
All right. See you guys.
This audio may have contained the personal testimonials of some independent OPTAVIA coaches or clients of OPTAVIA. The results relayed in these messages are based on the unique experiences of the participants, and we cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. While you may be inspired by these accounts, please note that any stories of success have not been verified, and your individual path to optimal health will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you consult with a healthcare provider before starting a weight loss program. In addition, this audio may have contained income or earnings representations of some independent OPTAVIA coaches. OPTAVIA makes no guarantee of financial success. Success with OPTAVIA results from successful sales efforts, which requires hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. Please see the OPTAVIA income disclosure statement for statistics on actual earnings of coaches under the U.S. compensation plan, which differs from the international compensation plan. Yours in health, the OPTAVIA team.